Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Your most torturous day has ended, and you return to the channel of your corpse, woven of illusions and fragile nerves. Those for whom you wept return from their graves, but far from rejoicing, you grow pale, for they accuse their murderers and conspirators. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. When will the mist of Tabor descend? We shall transfigure it into the promise, God. We shall recover the beaches of that summer. You will no longer lament the fashionable nihilism, nor take refuge in the much applauded atheism. Upon seeing the libraries of Eden and the gardens of hell, and let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Who feels or thinks against the others? Why do we tremble at night? High our ambitions, scarce are the means. Every deception, lie or envy will be known, every slight, every intrigue. And the Father, Jesus and I shall point it out to the world. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Let us not be selfish, let us be blind heroes. Let us simply endure defeats and avoid hunger, with no time to assess ambitions. Let us trust the universal balance, where sinners are punished for their own good, and the wicked are ignored for their evil. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Let us not be selfish, let us be blind heroes, lest we suffer the fate of cursed earth. Drunk on the world, he hastened to be king, and upon rebirth wept for his future fearless sigh. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Or like the rich man who from hell complained to God for not having sent him Christ risen, whom so many ignored, though they might have spoken with him. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask.
Oh, Simon, the desert. In brief time you made of the instant a promise. Your days shone in the death throes of an empire founded upon faith. A fleeting life today impossible, sealed in the perennial of astonishment. Neither sun nor lightning consume you, defying the limits of reason. High upon your austere serene tower, you offered suffering in the flesh. You watched the becoming of centuries, the caravan of human fear. How did you live without sustenance, without water or substance to nourish you? Years were your limbs offered to the manifest God, also exposed to the elements. Your faith, spiritual feat of that empire, was a great step for humanity, an example for those who fear temptation, hunger, homelessness, lovelessness. Your fire consoles us in our shadow. Your voice bears witness for the wavering, for doubt could not bend you, nor could the touch of oblivion wear you down. We are nothing but inflamed clay, wounded by the years and their traces, clothed in senses that fade under inevitable decline. But you, Simon, with your house in the air, where only ether dares to venture, are myth and truth at once, higher than flesh and its defeat. Skeptical science which denies the soul confirms your prodigy in the fasts of Tibetan monks who endure time and pain without nourishment. We seek the gentler refuge, the warm and familiar glow, far from your solitary abysses and the sun that burned you without mercy. A twilight paradise suffices us, a Mediterranean sea at peace. But you found your God in exposure, granting peace to torment upon your face.
To the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for redemption. Joy, I say, ray, the day of final destruction, the end of nothingness and the dawn of to the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for redemption. Vast the sky upon Antonietta's brow, the same sky in flames was seen by St. John. Ecstasy that dissolved the ladies of Babel, delirium in those tortured by an oath, a day aged in wastelands and weariness, the day when at last we shall know the other face, the face without temptation or deception, free of guilt, masks, lamentations. Today we sing of the postponed day, a day sailed since birth. In us intone, a chant to the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for redemption. Ever feared, reviled, portrayed as the fire that devours affections. I have seen it devour only the ego, not souls, nor the just, nor the lamb. Let us intone without delay a chant to the eternal day, the true
We all must die, I tell you. The fullest leaf, the lightest breeze, that stream traced by anemones. We all must die, I tell you. Water running over childish arms, my vigils that shattered nations. We all must die, I tell you. And yet we rarely speak of it. Life, like death, passes unreachable. They stole my boots upon arrival, you know. Laughter cut sharper than steel. One day I was a thief, the previous a recruit. The law here is that of the wildest. They say, Jesus, that he who does not kill saves himself. But the soul here is worth less than a cigarette. The merciful do not wake at dawn. He who doubts has already dug his grave, though not all will be perverse, with their names erased from tombstones. I have seen mothers gather their remains. I choose to be a killer before I am killed, is what the militia teaches me. Not out of hatred, nor for glory, only to avoid being the next to die. I sense the mountain's footsteps of what I was, of what I was forced to be. There is no redemption where everything burns, no homeland where children aim rifles at me. We all must die, I tell you. Late for you, early for me. If you heard the order, you would flee as well. Blood I spill that does not belong to me. From Kennedy's corruption, London 2004.
The poplar branches sway, they speak with a celestial firmament, giving thanks for rain that falls upon new and flowering grass. The song of painted birds soothe this nest of retreat, far from the human cry and its smile, from the fleeting laughter of each day. The world grows calm if we release our fierce grip on the sap of living. Harmony flows through our veins, peace like a torrent without a dam. I have seen cities vanish, lost 6 jobs, 3 wives. My offspring like Job's perished, my dominions were seized. And like Job I enacted miracles, cities no one believed would be mine. Opened their thresholds to my steps, Philadelphia, London, Porto, Chennai. Languages granted by arduous study, a gift the wise know to be divine. For every tongue comes from the Creator, from the Tao that flows and rescinds explanations. After every shadow day breaks forth, like the sun reaching even the poles. On earth we are His hope, greenery sprouting after frost. Life is fragile, yet it sings. You emanate beauty, it dwells within us. Ours are the Ganges and Rome suburbs, the Alhambra, and a bedroom in Bucaramanga. The sun nourishes disregarded joys. Your dreaming veins carry the blood of Leviathan and dragons. You are fire emanating from the heart. Today the sky is gray, yet after rain prepares itself in mystery. One creation hides within another. God eternally grants us His experience.
The world inherited from Pandora, and Eve was an inheritance of pain, a birth for which Calderon and Segismundo blamed us. Both absolved your parents, for man's greatest sin is having been born into a world of fleeting pleasures. A stone destiny Atahualpa spared his virgins in Machu Picchu. Sales Moctezuma never attained, stoned to death by his own people. The sagas blaze like flames over the end of the Zapatisca Sousa, who fled through reeds and died, struck on the head by a staff. Macaragua, chieftain of the Guanas, leapt into the void upon betrayal. Or did he atone for his women's guilt, for hastily adopting another tongue? Songs now usurped by fashion, the world glorifies jesters who exile priests, making us laugh at their sins. Why do we fight to attain not the dollar, nor its fleeting shine? Deprivations, temptations, or mirages, trials, immortality redeems. For we are all dethroned kings, who after death will be questioned with the phrase I reveal to you. Did you denounce your own abuses, or remain silent?
The source of life spreads through laughter and shame. also through the pain of birth, with its ancient and necessary moan. Scholars preside over truth, weak, inconstant, nearly formless, which longs for what liars offer, with the art of well-polished words. Rhetoricians of the soul sacrifice selfishness, that endless shadow, the torture of priests without altars and atheists without consolation or mystery. Narcissistic drive fashion and vanity, wearing elegant shoes, obedient to reflection, they are artists, even if idols of smoke. A star with secreting eyes, blonde gleams amid the shouts, short ears and bribes with wine, the honest writer inflames him. Virtue shining before the masses, is love erupting in zeal. Remember wise Cicero, envy is the gangrene of admiration. As capital grows, shadows grow. As power increases, so do enemies. Thus many prefer the present to be ignored in their struggle for bread. By your ambition are crucified the wise who loved you without reserve. A lineage imprisons our Eve, and a womb labors without rest. The sweat of labor is not punishment, it is idleness that weaves abysses, empty solitude that denies the divine separation from the spiritual Father. Solitary wall, exercise confused dreams. The source of life spreads through laughter and shame.
We sing a choral song to the day, to the promised day of our fathers. A ductile happiness forged under the yoke of 3 generations. Through the coldest rivers of the north, beneath deep forests at the edge, beyond silent summits and the clamor of massacred peoples, we sing a choral song to the day, to the promised day of our fathers. A ductile happiness forged under the yoke of 3 generations. With deep, slow, suspended voices, we are ancient prayers, renouncing the broken self and its defeat. The grey mirage of identity. We were motivated by time, diverse in the womb of reflection, hope and reward of those who wait, recompense for restless days. We sing a choral song to the day, to the promised day of our fathers. A ductile happiness forged under the yoke of 3 generations. I am not only myself, I am the one loved, the one I dreamed, the one who wounded me, the one I loved. The opposite, the demon and the anointed, the reflection of all your mirrors. What you judge today with such zeal is merely the mask of an instant. When the ego dissolves, you are God, who even pities your own evil. Mercy is infinite, and I shall grant you as many lives as are necessary for you to correct that attachment to one being among all.
Did they not teach you to hoard jewels, women, cars, houses? From man to animal there is purity, from city to final condemnation. Did they not tell you the swindlers, the most skillful are those who win? That he who produces cheaply and sells dearly is a hero. A culture that flatters and idolizes loan sharks, Rothschild or Lenin, Rockefeller or Fidel. Books and centuries subjected to insomnia, reason reduced to competitions. You were born among greed and hyenas. They teach you the swindler is an ace. If you do not capitalize, you will be condemned. You might also extort or kidnap, but you refuse to dazzle us as a white-collar rogue exonerated by bribe prosecutors. A thug disguised as a popular leader. And you preferred primal innocence to the passion of deceit and betrayal, to the woman with the worn smile, to the manipulation of daggers. Today to be an entrepreneur is to be the wolf who hunts little men with ideas. Midas in his touch, Luciferian and cunning, a predator who gives his time to the temple. And if you are a state employee, let it be by bribing at every step, winning followers with lavish dinners, taming the system with vandals. If you work hourly for your wage under bosses who earn more than you, careful if you say that you're fired, they will say you lacked ambition. Yeah. Loser, they say in the US with scorn of those who never reach the summit. In a country that proclaims itself honest in its profession, emotions. But I tell you, echoing Christ, do not envy the apparent greedy man. The heroes praised by newspapers in ties with perfumed hair. We know that to succeed they deceive, that to keep their podium firm they resort to execrable acts. Their own organs condemn those of us without ambition, not for lack of genius or resources, but from nausea toward the perverse. Venture into ethereal realms. Your inheritance will not be moldy gold, but citadels built by honesty. Catherine Emmerich bore witness, gardens where what you have lived awaits you. Ooh.
the Paris where I hated you. In my French, so you could call your mother on her birthday. I insist, it is never too late to repent. You may still desist from those actions by which unjustly you incited students to wound me with cruel slanders. 14 shed hatred. For semesters you antagonized me, portraying me as the most naive being, denying that my French open hills, my English valleys, my German counties. It is not vanity to confess what was lived. What is suffered is poetry's reservoir, awakening drowsy pupils, lethargic under resentful tutors. Bogotá is but a town in the Andes, isolated by conquerors and guerrillas, and I want the prank ni la igual que es one that with me values lived experience. It is never too late to listen to teacher, one who does not recount their attention, condemned to plagiarize others' lives or drowned in the bile of failure. It is never too late to incinerate the hatreds inherited from others. The philosophy of attacking innovators for fear of losing what is concerned. Untroubled by what others do, and always to be happy with what was lived, the consolation of heroes and gods. Inherited from ancestors who colonized this fierce continent by murdering the weakest. Weakness is art, not poison. Forgive, my friend, or you will never be an artist. Renounce and do not fear my vengeance, for forgiveness is the portal of my dwelling. Oh humanity, if you persist in intrigue, the earth itself will erase you from the map. Mother Earth has issued her ultimatum. Another species will arrive with new heritage. The gods expel us from Eden, from which our ancestors were already expelled. A white angel descends and asks me why human conscience has died. Does this civilization deserve to continue? I study the history of humankind. Searched in vain for a just man who surpassed Jesus or Socrates. Those who plot against the just still prevail. The angel blames many hidden brotherhoods. 12 men rule if they obey one who claims they work as a team. I renounce their network many times and in 9 nations unmask them. They lie in synchrony like hyenas, attacking impacts, thus wars arise. But my soul, free and without falsehood, rises with invisible hosts. To those I defeat, I am a magician. Yet I resort not to spells, only to God. If they too believed in omnipotent God, they would glimpse the summits of the eternal. Did they not see in the fiercest storm the end of those who sought to destroy me? It is when you fall that your soul is tempered. Metal reveals itself in descent. Thus you discover that pain forges you to find meaning in our wound. Life indeed is a whirlwind. Your repeat had showed its cruel destiny. To see without being seen by the crowd leads us to behold the tragedy of the impious, like the Aztecs who ignored the warnings of the virgins. Our mafias deny that to the earth returns the nobility they so despise.
When sorrow falls like dew and my soul floods with impotence, I understand that pain is not a challenge, but the hidden voice of essence. My mind on a Sunday of affliction recalls your silent tenderness, my gentle companion, faithful charm. You turn sadness into a butterfly. We act as Menander said, not as we wish, but as we can. Or perhaps we live what the soul already chose, not what our desire longs for. In every life there are silent tears we guard from being dissolved by rain. You are my stream after dry hopes, honeycomb on the abyssal slope. Our primordial being without future springs from immortal rewards and punishments. Job understood this in his night of trials, and Schopenhauer glimpsed it in awe. Thus without reason I nearly forget you. The habit of calm blinds me, yet I depart from your gaze into your nest, return like the anxious to impulse. The world and its vanity contaminate us, make us see the inert as eternal. They swear dreams end with death, subsidize their advertisements. And I see sorrow
as an imprint of time that can no longer reach us. The shadow of years crushes us like insects on a windshield.
A school in South America where I was born. India, 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 the hope of my era without belief, the vindication of the self, the marketplace where violence and peace coexist. Because if I once admired those willing to win, you taught me to admire those willing to live, willing to live, those willing to live.
Not all our leaves have fallen. Some still hang unliving from grim branches. Terracotta skin no longer pulsing. They recall that October closed its doors.
Death is unbearable in this dance. I'm born in a tropical land where life conceals its change and the end arrives secret, stealthy.
Is that why the nations at peace are only those who behold you, autumn? Your slow fading mirrors a soul that dims without resentment.
You depart beautifully in warm colors the sun preserves at dawn and dusk.
You accept test bitterness with full faith in spring's rebirth.
My loves, my laughter now withered.
We're already turning gold in September. After a year of harsh exile, you embrace me with your detachment from the world, and contemplating your exalted face, at last content to abandon what has been lived. I understand that all that goes returns, including my love at every step. I'm so worried about achievement. Karen sighs, pale and open, that I forget this body is still mine, still here, behind my ambition. At work I saw Martin pass by. Karen said that a dog, through carelessness, tore out 3 of her fangs at once. I wanna believe it, yet something tells me nothing in this world is coincidence. So much trust, so much love causes harm. Jonathan joked about his wounds and we laughed without seeing what hurt. Laughing was easier than being sincere. To admit his pain would be awkward. And Martin, the most foolish in the scene, all that we laughed at out of cowardice. Jonathan came to return my notebooks. I said I used them for class, but I saw a silent doubt in his brows. Perhaps I no longer having them with him. Maybe he wanted to make photocopies, or simply time to read them. I was ruthless, for I had to submit them. Tuesday at the old library, and though they were of no use to me, I confess that I perhaps did not even skim them. I needed to prove to myself that I do not exist solely for the good of others. Jonathan is selfish, not so much. He asked for them for just 2 days. Sandro had a copy and excused himself, claiming unavoidable duties to excuse oneself. An art I respect, I admired him without wanting admiration. For deep down I hate those who excuse themselves to themselves or to others, seeking absolution. I wanna believe there are other causes more worthy than lying with elegance. Damien showed me that today matters more than the vague lament of the archive. Yet writing, like reading, separates the soul from the breathing instant. Perhaps those who never used ink lived happier on their beach, as Antipe, naked and asleep, without maps, clocks, or memories. They were born and lived and died beneath the same moon without history. Even so, tonight I dedicate my song to those who are close to me. And in verse I confess that I love them, even if at times I seem distracted.
In my first feature film to foreigners who love art. An old man asks me, and this project, why did you make it? What was the cause?
I hesitate, life has already taught me that everything we do is useless. And I didn't want to be metaphysical. My friends say that I'm strange.
The conflict with my uncle was deep, born at the root of my isolation. To admit he is the only one I love, and yet no longer wanna see,
is proper to the slave who obeys, the master who demands explanations. Slavery recalls me by my history.
nothing is born without a past. So can I be original? My partner accuses me of desire. She tries to give me a reading. You're a monkey under Scorpio, perhaps.
Maybe my lust gives me life. To the old man I answer,
To make something after a long pause without defense. People laughed at the simplicity,
fearing to offend that good elder.
I murmured another reason more transparent, as simple as it was piercing in its truth. It was my first project, I said then. I no longer worry about eternity. I have renounced evil, I am only wounded. I want nothing more than to speak clearly of what I was in life's torrent. With the years we learn the truth of how many traps deceived us. As an example, at 27, Amy was my love, how I loved her. Carol, her friend, on a hot day, invited me to New York, a summer afternoon. We saw the tempest, my great passion, with Patrick, captain of Star Trek. Upon returning, she confessed without shame, I need a man to comfort me. And so strong was the plea in her voice that I offered to console her free love. Her eyes shone, she said nothing. I did not insist,
Like Petros Romenos, I raise my voice against corruption that wounds brutally. In Colombia, healthcare collapses while the people endure their pain. Elderly and children without medication, victims of a cunning embezzlement, funds stolen to distant lands by rulers with degraded hands. Stone in its shadow of ruin and horror, leave the people without faith or courage, while cancer patients cry out for remedies that never arrive. Volcanoes of fire break the silence, punish those who sell sustenance. Holy angels step aside now, from the corrupt they submit to God. Demons advance your announced betrayal, abandon the corrupt to illness. May their greed and vile falsehood be purged before the race wrath. Hugo already warned the native peoples that if they remain captive to bandits, the fury of Pachamama would erupt and her punishment would finally come. But they foolish ignored his voice and sought their sickle in witchcraft. They tried to say, hey,
I too was funds the memorious, sired by a monstrous teacher. 2 years ago I learned his cause, Liliana Foon's idyllic Porteño. Slender Buenos Aires was her home. I love what I read of writers. I spoke to her of fumes whom she ignored, or so she pretended in her bitterness. She said Diogenes seemed to be a master. Are there no authors in your country? Why are you interested in the blind Borgias, whom we detest because of soccer? Days later she spoke to me in formal English, excused herself with a thoughtful air. In my city they detest the banal and adore whoever wins by cheating. When I asked for her love, she refused, said she already knew Colombians as clever as Buenos Aires men. Yet 3 days later she sought me again. We exhausted desire with kisses, known only to those in their 20s. But when she told me she was leaving, I avoided yet another future anguish. I did not want to lament her disdain, nor ruin the lightning of her gaze. Where is she today? In a Porteño bed, waiting for me outside of life.
All my dear friends gather
in some apartment in Bogota. A cold November has ended with a biblical snowstorm, as if this year were ending, buried by the cold. Now it is December 8th. Virgin's Day in my country, with smiles on their faces, Colombians light small candles, small hopes tonight. How I long to return. My good friends have gathered in some apartment in Bogota, and I on these Delaware prairies watch frozen November end. A biblical storm has fallen, burying my tropical past, my castles and jungles in snow. Today I am only a homeless cold. It is already December, the eve of the 8th, the Virgin's Day in my nation, and Colombians grateful light little candles and lanterns, lights that guard our homes under tender gazes that give children all metaphysical answers. Where we come from and where we go, how I miss those shared truths. Yet because of them I am also among those who chose to emigrate rather than retaliate affronts. If a people do not welcome your word, shake the dust from your sandals and depart. So taught us the Son of the Most Holy Virgin, for good, faith, love, and kindness. Every exile teaches that what was lived with love has always been the best. For at the end of the trace path, pure and expansive will be the steps. Because we were provoked and did not renounce a good heart, blessed are we, the immigrants, who have already walked the paradises on foot.
One day I reviewed the old books I had fervently kept since childhood, the adventure books I never closed, and the philosophy books in Spanish, those I wanted to read in their mother tongue. One volume a day I would devote, if I lived by my letters and leisure embraced me at home. Living so for 30 more years, I would read 10,000 books at most, barely sky opened Eden's sweet gates to me. Knowledge, the fairest reward for one who hunted it from youth. In reading, we see comfort, wisdom, the path, the good, light, peace, clear thought, angels that carry us toward
Yesterday I reread Hamlet as the train departed, returning home, leaving the day behind. I came from New York, my mind ablaze, Hamlet's doubt gnawing at my departure. Like Alonso Quijano in his madness, Hamlet suffers at so much vile baseness. Intrigue and vice shatter his reason. Horatio and Marcellus announce a prodigy. They support him by rank, by plea and suspicion, as loyal soldiers do their chiefs. And all still remember the shaken night when Hamlet's father broke his final cry. Laertes left, envying the heir, assuming his eclipse was not the result of scant reading, but of meager income. Hamlet's optimistic frankness offended him. Perhaps Hamlet loved Ophelia, but her lineage despises the commoner who covets the crown, and the beloved who, the more innocent she is, the less she knows the gifts Hamlet gives. He hired her, loved her, and scorned her. If in appearance in his soul he sinned, Ophelia withers from that tainted love, and Hamlet sharpens it by killing her father. Claudius, king by betrayal, lives with remorse, with the crime that granted him the throne. He loved the former queen with stubborn passion, and at last chooses to poison himself on his path. Hamlet's father was a magnate who knew how to exploit third world resources. In his guilt he adopted a Colombian, to whom after death he entrusts his revenge. From hell he drags his son toward damnation. Or perhaps it is an actor who assumes it. I told my interpretation to my beloved, staking my future on Shakespeare. Hamlet is a village, I'm used as I am. No one listened, my dreams to this fable that of a third world villager who deciphered the world's conflicts. The bank granted me, and against my teacher's voices I embodied the role every actor desires, breaking so many ancestral prejudices. Brown-skinned, South American and tenacious, I was Hamlet with a foreign accent, adopted by a corporation like Cain, a poet sincerely bold. I did not only modernize Shakespeare, I also translated his speech and frankness, as Lin-Manuel would later do, giving his voice to Hamilton, a redeemed Latino. I showed in my Hamlet North versus South, the relentless struggle between two worlds, the open veins of Latin America through which so many migrate in debt. I presented it in Philadelphia and Cannes, where scheme and film like us censored it, and behind them the powers of the world, for its represented inequalities. I invite you to see it. It is online, yes, but finding it will not be a brief task. An Englishman with an avian surname told me that Shakespeare did not want to be universal. There are Pauls who dare perform him. He shouted before rejecting my project at Temple University, Philadelphia, Hamlet of America. 3 versions exist, it was made by a foreigner, they murmur. In London with snobbery and suspicion, and Gertrude, my actress with heartfelt voice, tells me that in Los Angeles they marvel. How can someone achieve so much without papers? They ask when they hear her account, but I was Hamlet, and so I shall die, apostle of the theater that is life.
Yeah. This is the ballad of Don Flavio, who always trusted in his word. He believed in insurance and its promise, but today his story brings us certainty. Yeah. The 90s were passing by, and at 50 with great awareness, a salesman came to his door offering him a grand scheme. Conseguros was the company then, and with a sincere voice it assured that if he reached the age of 80, well, some would be waiting for him. $1,350,000,000 in dollars, 330,000 with 3 checks. He paid the policy and entrusted his retirement to their care. Oh, Don Flavio, they deceived you with promises, they swindled you. Fine suits, brazen audacity, with your struggle you've awakened. Conseguros was sold to Allianz, a German company of great prestige, which promised to assume debts, pacts, and guarantees with fierce resolve. All the better, he told his wife, it's a firm of great trust. But when he claimed his rightful pension, they responded with vile betrayal. We'll give you only $2 million, for our profits have been less. That deceit, vile and base, led him to seek an expert lawyer. Marino Perez was the chosen attorney, and they filed a claim with the superintendency. After a long year of hard battle, $6 million was awarded. Flavio felt indignant in his soul, for Allianz had well-placed friends within that institution that supposedly protects the consumer. The ruling was a rigged game, and the hearing was held virtually. Don Flavio told the tribunal he would appeal, but his lawyer strangely decided to leave as they appealed. Abandoned the cause and vanished by law, said the suspicious lawyer. He had to file the action, he did so and then disappeared, and Don Flavio hired another attorney. The new year was already underway and a new lawyer assisted him, but the tribunal in its response said the case could not proceed. Your appeal is not admitted, for the lawyer who filed it is gone. It was your mistake to ask him to do it, and as the deadline had already passed, all rights were nullified. Justice became a business and the tribunal closed its eyes. The laws are a game for thieves with dirty deals and corruption. Don Flavio filed a tutelar, but it was denied, and 2 more years were added. He was no longer a man of just 80. The law found him without his resources. Upon learning of this ballot, Allianz in haste gave him $6 million, a tenth of the purchase insurance, and not a single peso of their obligation.
Your astrologers who pointed me out. Avatar of Shiva, you are his altar. The giant atlas in long established times. Nirvana at 57, you announced to me. And like St. Thomas, I experienced pain. From gurus who threw themselves at me, but I returned with Christ and rested in glory. Cyclones were summoned treacherously. October 31, 212. Toward Pondicherry I diverted them, where gods and beasts once coexisted. Then the Telugu people invoked Kali. With poison I was left for dead. For 5 days I was abandoned, but I was resurrected as God incarnated. And you sent assassins to Hyderabad. A random explosive destroyed them. Ashwatthama, you called my essence, unable to recognize your God. You sacrificed children, then sending them with iron to my door. It was enough, an insult for them to die. Do you still insist on burning in Sheol? Burning in Sheol.
all my dear friends gather in some apartment in Bogota. A cold November has ended with a biblical snowstorm. As if this year were ending, buried by the cold. Now it is December, December 8th. Virgin's Day in my country, with smiles on their faces. Colonians light small candles, small homes to make. How I long to return. My good friends who gather in some apartment in Bogota, on these Delaware prairies, watch frozen November rain. A biblical storm is falling, burying my tropical past. My castles and jungles and snow. Today I am only a homeless coal. It is already December, eve of the 8th, the Virgin's Day in my nation, and Colombians grateful, light little candles in lanterns, lights that guard our homes under tender gazes that give children metaphysical answers. Where we come from and where we go, how I miss those truths, yet because of them I am also among those who chose to emigrate rather than retaliate affronts. If the people do not welcome your word, shake the dust from your sandals and depart. So taught us the Son of the Most Holy Virgin, for good, faith, love, and kindness. Every exile teaches that what was left with love has always been the best. For at the end of the trace path, pure and expansive will be the steps. Because we were provoked and did not renounce a good heart. Blessed are we, the emigrants, who have already walked the paradises on foot. We all must die, I tell you. The luscious leaf, the gentlest breeze, that little stream drawn by enemies. We all must die, I tell you. Water running down those childish arms, my vigils that shattered nations. We all must die, I tell you. And still we rarely speak. Life like death slips by untouchable. They stole my boots upon arrival, you know. Laughter was sharper than steel. One day I was a thief, the day before a recruit. The law here is the law of the wildest. They say Jesus, that he who kills not saves his soul. But a soul here is worth less than a cigarette. He who pities does not wake at dawn. He who doubts has already dug his grave. Though not all of us will be wicked, with no name carved on the stone. I've seen mothers gather their children's remains. I choose to kill before I'm killed. That's what the military teaches me. Not for hatred nor for glory, only not to be the next to die. I sense the footsteps in the hills of who I was, of what they made me. There is no redemption where all burns, no homeland where children aim rifles at me. We all must die, I tell you. Late for you, too soon for me. If you heard the order, you'd flee too. Blood I spill that was never mine.
Let us meditate on our promised day. Until nothing, no he, no she, no you, no me. A day without reproach, without peace, without a mask. Your most torturous day has ended, and you return to the course of your course, woven up illusions of fragile nerves. Those for whom you are to rise from their graves, but far from rejoicing you pale. For they accuse their killers and conspirators. Let us meditate on our promised day. A day of nothing, no he, no she, no you, no me. A day without reproach, without peace, without a mask. When will the mist of table descend? We will be transfigured into the promised God, reclaiming the shores of that long-lost summer. No longer will you lament the nihilism in vogue, nor seek refuge in lauded atheism. When you behold Eden's God,
let us intone a chant to the promised day, a day of judgment and long for redemption.
The day of
by those who hated Abel, alongside the sons of the patriarch Noah, and Oedipus casting himself into the smoking mouth of fiery crackling Etna. Let us intone a chant to the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for redemption. Vast the sky upon Antonietta's brow, the same sky in flames was seen by St. John. Ecstasy that dissolved the ladies of Babel, delirium in those tortured by an oath.
A day aged in wastelands and weariness, the day when at last we shall know the other face.
The face without temptation or deception, free of guilt, masks lamentations. Today we sing of the postponed day, a day sealed since birth. Let us intone a chant to the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for redemption.
Ever feared, reviled, portrayed as the fire that devours affections.
I have seen it devour only the ego, not souls, nor the just, nor the lamb.
Let us intone without delay a chant to the eternal day, the true end.
The poplar branches sway, they speak with a celestial firmament, giving thanks for rain that falls upon new and flowering grass. The song of painted birds shows this nest of retreat, far from the human cry and its smile, from the fleeting laughter of each day. The world grows calm if we release our fierce grip on the sap of living. Harmony flows through our veins, peace like a torrent without a dam. I have seen cities vanish, lost 6 jobs, 3 wives. My offspring like Job's perished, my dominions were seized. And like Job, I enacted miracles, cities no one believed would be mine. Open their thresholds to my steps, Philadelphia, London, Porto, Chennai. Language is granted by arduous study, a gift the wise know to be divine. For every tongue comes from the Creator, from the Tao that flows and resings explanations. After every shadow day breaks forth, like the sun reaching even the pole. On earth we are His hope, greenery sprouting after frost. Life is fragile, yet it sings. You emanate beauty, it dwells within us. Ours are the Ganges and Rome suburbs, the Alhambra and a bedroom in Bucaramanga. The sun nourishes disregarded joys. Your dreaming veins carry the blood of Leviathan and dragons. You are fire emanating from the heart. Today the sky is gray, yet after rain, blue prepares itself in mystery. One creation hides within another. God eternally grants us His experience. Confession, the world inherited from Pandora, and Eve was an inheritance of pain. A birth for which Calderon and Segismundo blamed us. us.
Both absolved your parents, for man's greatest sin is having been born into a world of fleeting pleasures.
A stone destiny, a Atahualpa spared his virgins in Machu Picchu. Soles Moctezuma never attained. Stoned to death by his own people.
Their sagas blaze like flames over the end of the Zipatisca Susa, who fled through reeds and died, struck on the head by a staff. Macaregua, chieftain of the Guans, leapt into the void upon betrayal.
Or did he atone for his women's guilt for hastily adopting another tongue? Songs now usurped by fashions the world glorifies. Jesters who exile priests, making us laugh at their sins. Why do we fight to attain not the dollar nor its fleeting shine? Deprivations, temptations or mirages, trials immortality redeems. For we are all dethroned kings who after death will be questioned with a phrase I reveal to you. Did you denounce your own abuses or remain silent?
Train sped forth and dusk consumed the land. I read Hamlet with Shakespeare in my hand. From New York's towers to my quiet door, his ancient doubt within me burned once more. Like Quixote, mad from visions unconfined, Hamlet grew sick with mankind's scheming mind. His reason broke where vice and fraud conspire. His ghostly friends revealed a world entire. Horatio and Marcellus, firm and grave, his soul they strove to save. As loyal captains served their prince in gloom, they watched him wrestle visions from the tomb. Laertes left inflamed by wounded pride, and deemed himself by birthright pushed aside. Blamed not lack of books, but modest pay, while Hamlet's hope dismayed him more each day. Perhaps he loved fair Ophelia, pure and shy, but birth must crush what yearning hearts defy. The more she knelt, the more he turned away. A crown disdains the love it can't obey. He hired her, praised her, cast her out in shame. His soul in torment, though none knew his blame. She wilted from a love that turned to stone, and Hamlet's hand made all her sorrows known. King Claudius, enthroned by poisoned art, confessed too late the burden of his heart. He loved the queen with blind, persistent flame, and perished drinking vengeance in her name.
to settle kingdom score. From hell he dragged his son to fate's cruel pyre. Or was the voice an actor's bold attire? This thought I told the woman I adore, and pledged to Shakespeare dreams forevermore. A village is what Hamlet is, I whispered, as I who in the margins still abide. I do not know if she believed my tale, but 30 years I'd give without avail, to walk again that path both fierce and kind, where one lonely soul interprets all mankind.
With loans that the bank granted me, and against the voice of my teachers, I embodied the role every actor desires, breaking so many ancestral prejudices. Dark-skinned South American, and tenacious I was Hamlet with a foreign accent, adopted by a corporation. Like Cain, a poet utterly sincere. Not only did I modernize Shakespeare, I also translated his verse and his candor, as Lin-Manuel would later do, giving his voice to Hamilton, a redeemed Latino. I showed in my Hamlet north against south, the relentless struggle between two worlds, the open veins of Latin America, for which so many migrate in debt. And I presented it in Philadelphia and Cantos, where scheming filmmakers censored it, and behind them the powers of the world for its portrayed inequalities. I invite you to see it, it's on the networks, yes, but finding it won't be an easy task. An Englishman with a poultry surname told me that Shakespeare didn't aim to be universal. To perform him, he shouted before ejecting my project at Temple University, Philadelphia. Hamlet Unbound, there are 3 versions. It was done by a foreigner, they murmur. In London with snobbery and suspicion, and Gertrude, my actress, with her endearing voice, tells me that in Los Angeles they marvel who achieves so much without having papers. They ask when they hear her story, but I was Hamlet, and so I will die, apostle of the theater that is life.
Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Your most tortuous day has ended, and you return to the channel of your corpse, woven of illusions and fragile nerves. And those for whom you wept return from their graves, but far from rejoicing you grow pale, for they accuse their murderers and conspirators. Let us meditate upon a promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. When will the mist of Tabor descend? We shall transfigure into the promised God. We shall recover the beaches of that summer. You will no longer lament the fashionable nihilism, nor take refuge in the much applauded atheism. Upon seeing the libraries of Eden and the gardens of hell, and let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mass. Who feels or thinks against the others? Why do we tremble at night? Higher ambition, scarce are the means. Every deception, lie or envy will be known. Every slight, every re-entry, and the Father, Jesus, and I shall point it out to the world. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mass. Let us not be selfish, let us be blind heroes. Let us simply endure defeats and avoid hunger, with no time to assess ambitions. Let us trust the universal balance, where sinners are punished for their own good, and the wicked are ignored for their evil. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mass. Let us not be selfish, let us be blind heroes. Let us simply endure defeats and avoid hunger, with no time to assess ambitions. Let us trust the universal balance, where sinners are punished for their own good, and the wicked are ignored for their evil. Let us meditate upon a promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mass. Without mass. Or like the rich man who from hell complained to God for not having sent him. Christ, risen, whom so many ignored, though they might have spoken with him. Let us meditate upon a promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask.
Oh, Simon of the desert, in brief time you made of the instant a promise. Your days shone in the death throes of an empire founded upon faith, a fleeting life to Today impossible, sealed in the perennial of astonishment. Neither sun nor lightning consumed you, defying the limits of reason. High upon your austere Syrian tower, you offered suffering in the flesh. You watched the becoming of centuries, the caravan of human fear. How did you live without sustenance, without water or substance to nourish you? Years were your limbs offered to the manifest God, also exposed to the elements. Your faith, spiritual feat of that empire, was a great step for humanity, an example for those who fear temptation, hunger, homelessness, lovelessness. Your fire consoles us in our shadow. Your voice bears witness for the wavering, for doubt could not bend you, nor could the touch of oblivion wear you down. We are nothing but inflamed clay, wounded by the years and their traces, clothed in senses that fade under inevitable decline. But you, Simon, with your house in the air, where only ether dares to venture, our myth and truth at once, higher than flesh and its defeat. Skeptical science, which denies the soul, confirms your prodigy in the fasts of Tadata monks who endure time and pain without nourishment. We seek the gentler refuge, the warm and familiar glow, far from your solitary abysses, and the sun that burned you without mercy. A twilight paradise suffices us, a Mediterranean sea at peace. But you found your God in exposure, granting peace to torment upon your face.
Let us into the chant to the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for redemption. Irae, the day of final destruction, the end of nothingness and the dawn of eternity. A sea tasted by those who hated evil, alongside the sons of the patriarch Noah. Undead Epis casting himself in tallest thinking, mouth of fiery crackling Etna. Let us sing starting a chant to the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for sky upon Antonietta's brow, the same sky in flames was seen by St. John. Ecstasy that dissolved the ladies of Babel, delirium in those tortured by an oath, a day aged in wastelands and weariness, the day when at last we shall know the other face, the face without temptation or deception, free of guilt, masks, lamentations. Today we sing of the postponed day, a day sealed since birth. Let us intone a chant to the promised day, a day of judgment and longed for redemption. Ever feared, reviled, portrayed as the fire that devours affections, I have seen it devour only the ego, not souls, nor the just, nor the lamb. Let us intone without delay a chant to the eternal day, the true
We all must die, I tell you. The fullest leaf, the lightest breeze, that stream traced by anemones. We all must die, I tell you. Water running over childish arms, my vigils that shattered nations. We all must die, I tell you, and yet we rarely speak of it. Life like death passes unreachable. They stole my boots upon arrival, you know. Laughter cut sharper than steel. One day I was a thief, the previous a recruit. The law here is that of the wildest. They say Jesus, that he who does not kill saves himself. But the soul here is worth less than a cigarette. The merciful do not wake at dawn. He who doubts has already dug his grave. Though not all will be perverse, with their names erased from tombstones, I have seen mothers gather their remains. I choose to be a killer before I am killed.
mountains, footsteps of what I was, of what I was forced to be. There is no redemption where everything burns, no homeland where children aim rifles at me. We all must die, I tell you. Late for you, early for me. If you heard the order, you would flee as well. Blood I spill, that does not belong to me. From Kennedy's corruption, London, 2004. The poplar branches sway, they speak with a celestial firmament, giving thanks for rain that falls upon new and flowering grass. The song of painted birds soothes this nest of retreat, far from the human cry and its smile, from the fleeting laughter of each day. The world grows calm if we release our fierce grip on the sap of living. Harmony flows through our veins, peace like a torrent without a dam. I have seen cities vanish, lost 6 jobs, 3 wives. My offspring like Job's perished, my dominions were seized, and like Job I enacted miracles. Cities no one believed would be mine open their thresholds to my steps. Philadelphia, London, Porto, Chennai. Language is granted by arduous study, a gift the wise know to be divine. For every tongue comes from the Creator, from the Tao that flows and rescinds explanation. After every shadow, day breaks forth, like the sun reaching even the poles. On earth we are His hope, greenery sprouting after frost. Life is fragile, yet it sings. You emanate beauty, it dwells within us. Ours are the Ganges and Rome's suburbs, the Alhambra, and a bedroom in Bucaramanga. The sun nourishes disregarded joys. Your dreaming veins carry the blood of Leviathan and dragons. You are fire emanating from the heart. Today the sky is gray, yet after rain, blue prepares itself in mystery. One creation hides within another. God eternally
grants us his experience. Inherited from Pandora, and Eve was an inheritance of pain, a birth for which Calderon and Sigismundo blamed us. Both absolved your parents for man's greatest sin is having been born into a world of fleeting pleasures. A stone destiny Atahualpa spared his virgins in Machu Picchu. Soulless Moctezuma never attained, stoned to death by his own people. Their sagas blaze like flames over the end of the Zipatisque Sousa, who fled through reeds and died, struck on the head by a staff. Macaregua, chieftain of the Guanes, leapt into the void upon betrayal. Or did he atone for his women's guilt, for hastily adopting another tongue? Songs now usurped by fashions the world glorifies, jesters who exile priests, making us laugh at their sins. Why do we fight to attain not the dollar nor its fleeting shine? Deprivations, temptations, or mirages, trials immortality redeems. For we are all dethroned kings, who after death will be questioned. With a phrase I reveal to you, did you denounce your own abuses or remain silent?
The source of life spreads through laughter and shame, also through the pain of birth with its ancient and necessary moan. Scholars preside over truth, weak, inconstant, nearly formless, which longs for what liars offer with the art of well-polished words. Rhetoricians of the soul sacrifice selfishness, that endless shadow, the torture of priests without altars and atheists without consolation or mystery. Narcissists drive passion and vanity, wearing elegant shoes, obedient to reflection. They are artists, even if idols of smoke. A star with secreting eyes, blonde gleams amid the shouts. Shorty is and bribes with wine, the honest writer inflames him. Virtue shining before the masses, his love erupting in zeal. Remember wise Cicero, envy is the gangrene of admiration. As capital grows, shadows grow. As power increases, so do enemies. Thus many prefer the present to be ignored in their struggle for bread. By your ambition are crucified the wise who loved you without reserve. A lineage imprisons our Eve, and her womb labors without rest. The spiritual father, observe the animals of the earth, living cherubim without sin. They sleep without vanity, die in peace, love without pretense or oath. Your long solitary walks exercise confused dreams. The source of life spreads through laughter and shame.
We sing a choral song to the day, to the promised day of our fathers. A ductile happiness forged under the yoke of 3 generations. Through the coldest rivers of the north, beneath deep forests at the edge, beyond silent summits and the clamor of massacred peoples, we sing a choral song to the day, to the promised day of our fathers. A ductile happiness forged under the yoke of 3 generations. We utter ancient prayers, renouncing the broken self and its defeat, the gray mirage of identity. We were multiplied by time, diverse in the womb of reflection, hope and reward of those who wait, recompense for restless days. We sing a choral song to the day, to the promised day of our fathers. A
a ductile happiness forged under the yoke of 3 generations. I am not only myself, I am the one love, the one I dream, the one who wounded me, the one I love, the opposite, the demon and the anointed, the reflection of all your mirrors. What you judge today with such zeal is merely the mask of an instant. When the ego dissolves, you are God, who even pities your own evil. Mercy is infinite, and I shall grant you as many lives as are necessary for you to correct that attachment to one being among all.
Did they not teach you to hoard jewels, women, cars, houses? From man to animal there is purity, from city to final condemnation. Did they not tell you the swindler's the most skillful of those who win? That he who produces cheaply and sells dearly is a hero? A culture that flatters and idolizes loan sharks, Rothschild or Lenin, Rockefeller or Fidel. Books and centuries subjected to insomnia, a reason reduced to competitions. You were born among greed and hyenas. They teach you the swindlers and ace. If you do not capitalize, you will be condemned. You might also extort or kidnap, but you refuse to dazzle us as a white-collar rogue, exonerated by bribe prosecutors, a thug disguised as a popular leader. And you preferred primal innocence to the passion of deceit and betrayal, to the woman with the worn smile, to the manipulation of daggers. A day to be an entrepreneur is to be the wolf who hunts little men with ideas. Midas in his torch, Luciferian, in cunning, a predator who gives his tithe to the temple. And if you are a state employee, let it be by bribing at every step, winning followers with lavish dinners, taming the system with vandals. If you work hourly for your wage under bosses who earn more than you, careful, if you say it, you're fired. They will say you lacked ambition, a loser, they say in the US, with scorn of those who never reach the summit. In a country that proclaims itself honest in its professional promotions. But I tell you, echoing Christ, do not envy the apparent greedy man, the heroes praised by newspapers in ties with perfumed hair. We know that to succeed they deceive, that to keep their podium firm they resort to execrable acts their own organs condemn. Those of us without ambition, not for lack of genius or resources, but from nausea toward the perverse, venture into ethereal realms. Your inheritance will not be moldy gold, but citadels built by honesty. Catherine Emmerich bore witness. Gardens where what you have lived awaits you.
from the Paris where I hated you. In my French, or you could call your mother. On her birthday, I insist, it is never too late to repent. You may still desist from those actions by which unjustly you incited students to wow me with cruel slanders. For the nation hatred, for semesters you antagonize me, portraying me as the most naive being, denying that my French open hills, my English valleys, my German counties. It is not vanity to confess what was lived. What is suffered is Bautry's reservoir, awakening drowsy pupils lethargic under resentful tutors. Bogota is but a town in the Andes, isolated by conquerors and guerrillas. And the world, my friend, demands another gaze, one that with me values lived experience. It is never too late, listen, to teach that one who does not recount their experiences is condemned to plagiarize others' lives or drown in the bile of failure. It is never too late to incinerate the hatreds inherited from others, that philosophy of attacking innovators for fear of losing what is conserved. You may still narrate without explanations your aimless travels, the landscapes crossing your highway and your farewells, your joys, your tears, your hatreds. It is never too late to live as oneself, untroubled by what others do. Honor is to be happy with what was lived, the consolation of heroes and gods. It is never too late to reject the phrases inherited from ancestors who colonized this fierce continent by murdering the weakest. Weakness is art, not poison. Forgive my friend, or you will never be an artist. Renouncing, do not fear my vengeance, for forgiveness is the portal of my dwelling.
If you persist in intrigue, the earth itself will erase you from the map. Mother Earth has issued her ultimatum. Another species will arrive with new heritage. The gods expel us from Eden, from which our ancestors were already expelled. A white angel descends and asks me why human conscience has died. Does this civilization deserve to continue? I studied the history of humankind. First they searched in vain for a just man who surpassed Jesus or Socrates. Those who plot against the just still prevail. The angel blames many hidden brotherhoods. 12 men rule if they obey. One who claims they work as a team. I renounced their networks many times, and in 9 nations unmasked them. They lie in synchrony like hyenas, attacking in packs, thus wars arise. But my soul, free and without falsehood, rises with invisible hosts. To those I defeat, I am a magician, yet I resort not to spells, only to God. If they too believed in omnipotent God, they would glimpse the summits of the eternal. Did they not see in the fiercest storm the end of those who sought to destroy me? That your soul is tempered, metal reveals itself in descent. Thus you discover that pain forges you to find meaning in our wound. Life indeed is a whirlwind, your repeat I showed is
by the crowd leads us to behold the tragedy of the impious. Like the Aztecs who ignore the warnings of their virgins, our mafias deny that to the earth returns the nobility they so despised.
When sorrow falls like dew and my soul floods with impotence, I understand that pain is not a challenge, but the hidden voice of essence. My mind on a Sunday of affliction recalls your silent tenderness, my gentle companion, faithful charm. You turn sadness into a butterfly. We act, as Menander said, not as we wish, but as we can. Or perhaps we live what the soul already chose, not what our desire longs for. In every life there are silent tears we guard from being dissolved by rain. You are my stream after dry hopes, honeycomb on the abyssal slope. Our primordial being without future springs from immortal rewards and punishments. Job understood this in his night of trials, and Schopenhauer glimpsed it in all. Thus without reason I nearly forget you. The habit of calm blinds me, yet I depart from your gaze into your nest, return like the anxious to impulse. The world and its vanity contaminate us, make us see the inert as eternal. They swear dreams end with death, subsidize their advertisements, and I see sorrow as an imprint of time that can no longer reach us. The shadow of years crushes us like insects on a windshield.
Maker of all philosophies, harbor of the oceans, mother of every creed, refuge of the races. 30 years ago, they also called me Indian. In a school in South America where I was born. India, India, India,
place where violence and peace coexist. Because if I once admired those willing to win, you taught me to admire those willing to live.
Not all our leaves have fallen, some still hang unliving. From grim branches terracotta skin, no longer pulsing, they recall that October closed its doors. Death is unbearable in this dance. Born in the tropical land where life conceals its change and the end arrives secret, stealthy. Is that why the nations at peace are only those who behold you, autumn? Your slow fading mirrors, a soul that dims without resentment. You depart beautifully in warm colors. The sun preserves at dawn and dusk. You accept death's bitterness with full faith in spring's rebirth.
My loves, my laughter now withered. We're already turning gold in September. After a year of harsh exile, you embrace me with your detachment from the world.
And contemplating your exalted face, at last content to abandon what has been lived, I understand that all that goes returns, including my love at every step. I'm so worried about achievement. Karen's eyes pale and open, that I forget this body is still mine, still here behind my ambition. At work I saw Martin pass by. Karen said that a dog through carelessness tore out 3 of her fangs at once. I wanna believe it, yet something tells me nothing in this world is coincidence. So much trust, so much love causes harm. Jonathan joked about his wounds and we laughed without seeing what hurt. Laughing was easier than being sincere. To admit his pain would be awkward, and Martin the most foolish in the scene. All that we laughed at out of cowardice. returned my notebooks. I said I used them for class, but I saw a silent doubt in his brows, perhaps in no longer having them with him. Maybe he wanted to make photocopies or simply time to read them. I was ruthless, for I had to submit them Tuesday at the old library. And though they were of no use to me, I confess that I perhaps did not even skim them. I needed to prove to myself that I do not exist solely for the good of others. Jonathan is selfish, shy, not so much. He asked for them for just 2 days. Sandro had a copy and excused himself, claiming unavoidable duties. To excuse oneself in art, I respect. I admired him without wanting admiration, for deep down I hate those who excuse themselves to themselves or to others, seeking absolution. I wanna believe there are other causes more worthy than lying with elegance. Damian showed me that today matters more than the vague lament of the archive. Yet writing like reading separates the soul from the breathing instant. Perhaps those who never used ink lived happier on their beach, as in Taipei, naked and asleep, without maps, clocks, or memories. They were born and lived and died beneath the same moon, without history. Even so, tonight I dedicate my song to those who are close to me, and in verse I confess that I love them, even if at times I seem distracted. I present my first feature film to foreigners who love art. An old man asks me, and this project, why did you make it? What was the cause?
I hesitate, life has already taught me that everything we do is useless. And I didn't want to be metaphysical. My friends say that I'm strange.
The conflict with my uncle was deep, born at the root of my isolation. To admit he is the only one I love, and yet no longer want to see,
Is proper to the slave who
obeys the master who demands explanations. Slavery calls me by my history. Nothing is born without a past.
So, can I be original? My partner accuses me of desire. She tries to give me a reading.
You're a monkey and a Scorpio perhaps.
Maybe my lust gives me life to the old man. I answer
To make something
after a long pause.
without defense,
People laughed at the simplicity.
fearing to offend that good elder, I murmured another reason, more transparent, as simple as it was, piercing in its truth. It was my first project, I said then. I no longer worry about eternity. I have renounced evil. I am only wounded. I want nothing more than to speak clearly of what I was in life's torrent. With the years we learn the truth of how many traps deceived us. As an example, at 27, Amy was my love. How I loved her. Carol, her friend, on a hot day invited me to New York. A summer afternoon we saw the tempest, my great passion, with Patrick, captain of Star Trek. Upon returning she confessed without shame, I need a man to comfort me. And so strong was the plea in her voice that I offered to console her, free love. Her eyes shone, she said nothing. I did not insist, I forgot it, I withdrew my offer. But then Carol called Amy to accuse me. Your boyfriend tried to possess me yesterday. Not everything ends like that. There are bitter things that neither return nor fully depart. Some things fade without pain, and others fall silent only to return later.
Now!
Like Petrus Romanos, I raise my voice against corruption that wounds brutally. In Colombia, healthcare collapses while the people endure their pain. Elderly and children without medication, victims of a cunning embezzlement, funds stolen to distant lands by rulers with degraded hands. Stone and shadow of ruin and horror leave the people without faith or courage, while cancer patients cry out for remedies that never arrive. Volcanoes of fire break the silence, punish those who sell sustenance. Holy angels, step aside now. From the corrupt I submit to God. Demons, advance your announced betrayal. Abandon the corrupt to illness. May their greed and vile falsehood be purged before the raised wrath. Hugo already warned the native peoples that if they remained captive to bandits, the fury of Pachamama would erupt and their punishment would finally come. But they foolish ignored his voice and sought the sickle in witchcraft. Hey! They tried to say no, no, no. Hey! They tried to say no. Volcanoes of fire break the silence. Volcanoes of fire. I too was fools, the memorials, sighed by a monstrous teacher. 2 years ago I learned his cause, Liliana Foon's idyllic portenia.
Slender Buenos Aires was her home. I love what I read of writers. I spoke to her of fumes whom she ignored, or so she pretended in her bitterness. She said Diogenes seemed to be her master. Are there no authors in your country? Why are you interested in the blind Borgias, whom we detest because of soccer? Days later she spoke to me in formal English, excused herself with a thoughtful air. In my city they detest the banal and adore whoever wins by cheating. When I asked for her love, she refused, said she already knew Colombians as clever as Buenos Aires men. Yet 3 days later she sought me again. We exhausted desire with kisses, known only to those in their 20s. But when she told me she was leaving, I avoided yet another future anguish. I did not want to lament her disdain, nor ruin the lightning of her gaze. Where is she today? In her porteño bed, waiting for me outside of life.
All my dear friends gathered in some apartment in Bogota. A cold November has ended with a biblical snowstorm, as if this year were ending, buried by the cold. Now it is December 8, Virgin's Day in my country, with smiles on their faces. Colombians light small candles, small hopes tonight. How I long to return. My good friends have gathered in some apartment in Bogota, and I on these Delaware prairies watch frozen November end. A biblical storm has fallen, burying my tropical past, my castles and jungles and snow. Today I am only a homeless cold. It is already December, the eve of the 8th, the Virgin's Day in my nation. And Colombians grateful light little candles and lanterns. Lights that guard our homes under tender gazes, that give children all metaphysical answers. Where we come from and where we go. How I miss those shared truths. Yet because of them, I am also among those who chose to immigrate rather than retaliate affronts. If a people do not welcome your word, shake the dust from your sandals and depart. So taught us the Son of the Most Holy Virgin, for good, faith, love, and kindness. exile teaches that what was lived with love has always been the best. For at the end of the traced path, pure and expansive will be the steps. Because we were provoked and did not renounce a good heart, blessed are we, the emigrants who have already walked the paradises on foot.
One day I reviewed the old books I had fervently kept since childhood, the adventure books I never closed, and the philosophy books in Spanish, those I wanted to read in their mother tongue. One volume a day I would devote, if I lived by my letters and leisure embraced me at home. Living so for 30 more years, I would read 10,000 books at most. Barely half a library perhaps, for reading is only half a phase. Writing is the duty of one who understands, to show what is discovered among letters, ideas that spring from wonder, imagination, the language of the invisible. Thus I, like the venerable blind man, know that whoever reads converses with the eternal, and that reading and speech belong to poets. There the spiral of time is revealed. I learned it in Madras when its vast sky opened Eden's sweet gates to me. Knowledge, the fairest reward for one who hunted it from youth. In reading we seek comfort, wisdom, the path, the good, light, peace, clear thought, angels that carry us toward Yesterday I reread Hamlet's The train departed, returning home, leaving the day behind. I came from New York, my mind ablaze, Hamlet's doubt gnawing at my departure.
Like Alonso Quijano in his madness, Hamlet suffers at so much vile baseness. Intrigue and vice shatter his reason. Horatio and Marcellus announce a prodigy. They support him by rank, by plea and suspicion, as loyal soldiers do their chiefs. And all still remember the shaken night when Hamlet's father broke his final cry. Laird is left envying the heir, assuming his eclipse was not the result of scant reading but of meager income. Hamlet's optimistic frankness offended him. Perhaps Hamlet loved Ophelia, but her lineage despises the commoner who covets the crown, and the beloved who the more innocent she is, the less she knows the gifts Hamlet gives. He hired her, loved her, and scorned her, if in appearance in his soul he sinned. Ophelia withers from that tainted love, and Hamlet sharpens it by killing her father. Claudius, king by betrayal, lives with remorse, with the crime that granted him the throne. He loved the former queen with stubborn passion, and at last chooses to poison himself on his path. Hamlet's father was a magnate who knew how to exploit third world resources. In his guilt he adopted a Colombian, to whom after death he entrusts his revenge. From hell he drags his son toward damnation, or perhaps it is an actor who assumes it. I told my interpretation to my beloved, staking my future on Shakespeare. Hamlet is a village, amused as I am. No one listened for 30 years. I would give my dreams to this fable, that of a third world villager who deciphered the world's conflicts.
The bank granted me, and against my teacher's voices I embodied the role every actor desires, breaking so many ancestral prejudices. Brown-skinned, South American and tenacious, I was Hamlet with a foreign accent, adopted by a corporation. Like Cain, a poet sincerely bold, I did not only modernize Shakespeare, I also translated his speech and frankness, as Lin-Manuel would later do, giving his voice to Hamilton, a redeemed Latino. I showed in my Hamlet North versus South the relentless struggle between two worlds, the open veins of Latin America, through which so many migrate in debt. I presented it in Philadelphia, and cans were scheming Phil like a sensitive, and behind them the powers of the world, for it's represented inequalities. I invite you to see it. It is online, yes, but finding it will not be a brief task. An Englishman with an avian surname told me that Shakespeare did not want to be universal. There are Poles who dare perform him. He shouted before rejecting my project at Temple University, Philadelphia, Hamlet of America. 3 versions exist. It was made by a foreigner, they murmur, in London with snobbery and suspicion. And Gertrude, my actress with heartfelt voice, tells me that in Los Angeles they marvel. How can someone achieve so much without papers? They ask when they hear her account. But I was Hamlet, and so I shall die, apostle of the theater that is love.
This is the ballad of Don Flavio, who always trusted in his word. He believed in insurance and its promise, but today his story brings a certainty. The 90s were passing by, and at 50 with great awareness, a salesman came to his door offering him a grand scheme. Proseguros was the company then, and with a sincere voice it assured that if he reached the age of 80, a sum would be waiting for $1,350,000,000 in dollars, 330,000 with 3 checks. He paid the policy and entrusted his retirement to their care. Don Flavio, they deceived you with promises, they swindled you. Fine suits, brazen audacity. With your struggle, you've awakened. Coexist was sold to Allianz, a German company of great prestige, which promised to assume debts, pots and guarantees. with fierce resolve. All the better, he told his wife. It's a firm of great trust. But when he claimed his rightful pension, they responded with vile betrayal. We give you only 2 million, for our profits have been less. That deceit, vile and base, led him to seek an expert lawyer. Marino Perez was the chosen attorney, and they filed a claim with the superintendency. After a long year of hard battle, 6 million was awarded. Flavio felt indignant in his soul, for Allian had well-placed friends within that institution that supposedly protects the consumer. The ruling was a rigged game, and the hearing was held virtually. Don Flavio told the tribunal he would appeal, but his lawyer strangely decided to leave as they appealed, abandoned the cause, and vanished. By law, said the suspicious lawyer, he had to file the action. He did so and then disappeared, and Don Flavio hired another attorney. The new year was already underway, and a new lawyer assisted him, but the tribunal in its response said the case could not proceed. Your appeal is not admitted, for the lawyer who filed it is gone. It was your mistake to ask him to do it. And as the deadline already passed, all rights were nullified. Justice became a business, and the tribunal closed its eyes. The laws are a game for thieves, with dirty deals and corruption. Don Flavio filed it to the law, but it was denied, and 2 more years were added. He was no longer a man of just 80. The law found him without his resources. Upon learning of this, Ballad Allianz in haste gave him 6 million, a tenth of the purchased insurance, and not a single peso of their obligation.
Cover ancient Greece. It was your astrologers who pointed me out. Avatar of Shiva, you are his altar. The giant atlas in long established times. Nirvana at 57, you announced to me. And like St. Thomas, I experienced pain from gurus who threw themselves at me. But I returned with Christ and rested in glory. Cyclones were summoned treacherously. October 31, 2012. Toward Pondicherry I'd diverted them, where gods and beasts once coexisted. Then the Telugu people invoked Kali. With poison I was left for dead. For 5 days I was abandoned, but I was resurrected as God incarnated. And you sent assassins to Hyderabad. A random explosive destroyed them. Ashwatthama, you called my essence, unable to recognize your God. You sacrificed children, then sending them with iron to my door. It was enough an insult for them to die. Do you still insist on burning in Sheol?
marketplace where violence and peace coexist. Because if I once admired those willing to win, you taught me to admire those willing to live. Willing to live. Those willing to live. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me, a day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Your most torturous day has ended, and you return to the channel of your corpse, woven of illusions and fragile nerves. Those for whom you wept to return from their graves, but far from rejoicing you grow pale, for they accuse their murderers and conspirators. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me, a day without reproach, without peace, without mask. When will the mist of Tabor descend? We shall transfigure into the promised God. We shall recover the beaches of that summer. You will no longer lament the fashion of no nihilism, nor take refuge in the much applauded atheism. Upon seeing the libraries of Eden and the gardens of hell, let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me, a day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Who feels or thinks against the others? Why do we tremble at night? Higher ambitions, scarce are the means. Every deception, lie, or envy will be known. Every slight, every intrigue, and the Father, Jesus, and I shall point it out to the world. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me, a day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Let us not be selfish, let us be blind heroes. Let us simply endure defeats and avoid hunger, with no time to assess ambitions. Let us trust the universal balance, where sinners are punished for their own good, and the wicked are ignored for their evil. Let us meditate upon our promised day, a day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me, a day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Let us meditate to appreciate nothingness, lest we suffer the fate of cursed earth. Drunk on the world, he hastened to A day with nothing, without him or her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask. Or like the rich man who from hell complained to God for not having sent him. Christ risen, whom so many ignored, though they might have spoken with him. Let us meditate upon a promised day, a day when nothing with either nor her, without you, without me. A day without reproach, without peace, without mask.
The poplar branches sway, they speak with the celestial firmament, giving thanks for rain that falls upon new and flowering grass. The song of painted birds soothes this nest of retreat, far from the human cry and its smile, from the fleeting laughter of each day.
The world grows calm if we release our fierce grip on the sap of living.
Harmony flows through our veins, peace like a torrent without a dam.
I have seen cities vanish, lost 6 jobs, 3 wives. My offspring like Job's perish, my dominions were seized.
And like Job I enacted miracles, cities no one believed would be mine. Open the thresholds to my step, Philadelphia, London, Porto, Chennai.
Language is granted by arduous study, a gift the wise know to be divine.
For every tongue comes from the Creator,
from the Tao that flows and rests in declination.
After every shadow day breaks forth, like the sun reaching even the poles on earth, we are His hope. Greenery sprouting after frost.
Life is fragile, yet it sings.
You emanate beauty, it dwells within us. Ours are the Ganges and Rome suburbs, the Alhambra, and a bedroom in Bucaramanga.
Oh, the sun nourishes disregarded joys your dreaming veins carry. The blood of Leviathan and dragons, you are fire emanating from the heart.
Today the sky is gray, yet after rain, blue prepares itself in mystery. One creation hides within another.
God eternally grants us His experience confession.
The world inherited from Pandora, and Eve was an inheritance of pain. A birth for which Calderon and Segismundo blamed us.
Both absolve your parents, for man's greatest sin is having been born into a world of fleeting pleasures.
A stone destiny Atahualpa spared his virgins in Machu Picchu. Soulless Moctezuma never attained, stoned to death by his own people. Their sagas blaze like flames over the end of the Zapoticus Yusa, who fled to reeds and died, struck on the head by a staff.
Nicaragua chieftain of the Guans leapt into the void upon betrayal, or did he atone for his women's guilt for hastily adopting another tongue?
Songs now usurped by fashions the world glorifies, jesters who exile priests, making us laugh at their sins.
Why do we fight? To attain not the dollar nor its fleeting shine.
Deprivations, temptations, or mirages, trials immortality redeems. For we are all dethroned kings, who after death will be questioned. With a phrase I reveal to you, did you denounce your own abuses, or remain silent?
It is never too late to repent. You may still desist from those actions by which unjustly you incited students to wound me with cruel slanders, forged in sheer hatred. For semesters you antagonize me, portraying me as the most naive being, denying that my French open hills, my English valleys, my German counties, it is not vanity to confess what was lived. What is suffered is
awakening drowsy pupils, lethargic under resentful tutors. Bogota is but a town in the Andes, isolated by conquerors and guerrillas. In the world, my friend, demands another gaze, one that with me values lived experience. It is never too late, listen, to teach the one who does not recount their experience. Yes, is condemned to plagiarize others' lives or drown in the bile of failure. It is never too late to incinerate the hatreds inherited from others, that philosophy of attacking innovators for fear of losing what is conserved. You may still narrate without explanations your aimless travels, the landscapes crossing your highway and your farewells, your joys, your tears, your hatreds. It is never too late to live as oneself, untroubled by what others do. Honor is to be happy with what was lived, the consolation of heroes and gods. It is never too late to reject the phrases inherited from ancestors who colonized this fierce continent by murder. Weak and weakest. Weakness is art, not poison. Forgive, my friend, or you will never be an artist. Renounce and do not fear my vengeance, for forgiveness is the portal of my dwelling.
Unjustly you incited students to wound me with cruel slander, forged in shared hatred. For semesters you cast me as your foe, painting me as the most inept, denying that my French open hills, my English valleys, my German it's not vanity to confess what was lived. What was suffered is poetry's wellspring, rousing drowsy pupils, numbed by resentful tutors. Bogota is just a village in the Andes, isolated by conquerors and guerrillas. My friend demands another gaze, the one that with me treasures what was lived. It's never too late, listen to teach, that those who don't tell their own stories are doomed to plagiarize others, or drown in the bile of failure. It's never too late to burn the hatred we inherited, that philosophy of attacking the elevator for fear of losing what's conserved. You can still narrate without excuses your aimless journeys, the landscapes that cross your highway and your farewells, your joys, your tears, your hatred. It's never too late to live in oneself without fretting over another's deeds. Honor is being happy with what was lived, the solace of heroes and gods. It's never too late to reject
with loans that the bank granted me, and against the voice of my teachers, I embodied the role every actor desires, breaking so many ancestral prejudices. Dark-skinned, South American and tenacious, I was Hamlet with a foreign accent, adopted by a corporation. Like Cain, a poet utterly sincere. Not only did I modernize Shakespeare, I also translated his verse and his candor, as Lin-Manuel would later do, giving his voice to Hamilton, a redeemed Latino. I showed him my Hamlet North against South, the relentless struggle between two worlds, the open veins of Latin America, for which so many migrate in debt. And I presented it in Philadelphia and Canton, where scheming filmmakers censored it, and behind them the powers of the world for its portrayed inequalities. I invite you to see it. It's on the networks, yes, but finding it won't be an easy task. An Englishman with a poultry surname told me that Shakespeare didn't aim to be universal. There are Poles who dare to perform him, he shouted before rejecting my project. At Temple University, Philadelphia, Hamlet Unbound, there are 3 versions. It was done by a foreigner, they murmur, in London with snobbery and suspicion. And Gertrude, my actress, with her endearing voice, tells me that in Los Angeles they marvel who achieve so much without having papers. They ask when they hear her story, but I was Hamlet, and so I will die, apostle of the theater that is life.
Against corruption that wounds with fierce force. In Colombia, healthcare lies in decay, while the people endure their endless dismay. Elders and children without medication, victims of vile misappropriation. Funds stolen, sent to faraway lands by rulers with profane, thieving hands. He'd run his shadow of ruin and dread, leave the people with
from the corrupt. I surrender to God's way. Demons, hasten your foretold betrayal. Abandon the corrupt to sickness and travail. Let their greed and their vile deceit be put before the wrath they meet. Had they foolish ignored his call, sought witchcraft to wield their thrall. Against Hugo they aimed their wicked scheme, but the Titan paid for his conjured dream. So great was the punishment for his spell that he threw himself from the mansion cell. Thus falls the one who defies the divine and challenges the just fated line. Volcanoes of fire break the silence now, punish those who sell the people's endowment. Holy angels, step aside today from the corrupt. I surrender to God's way. Sped forth and dust consumed the land. I read Hamlet with Shakespeare in my hand. From New York's towers to my quiet door, is ancient doubt within me burn once more. Like Quixote mad from visions unconfined, Hamlet grew sick with mankind's scheming mind. His reason broke where vice and fraud conspire as ghostly friends revealed a world entire. Horatio and Marcellus firm and brave upheld his cause, his soul they strove to save. As loyal captains served their prince in gloom, they watched him wrestle visions from the tomb. Laertes left inflamed by wounded pride, and deemed himself by birthright pushed aside. He blamed not lack of books but modest pay, while Hamlet's hope dismayed him more each day. Perhaps he loved fair Ophelia, pure and shy, but birth must crush what yearning hearts defy. The more she knelt, the more he turned away. A crown disdains the love it can't obey. He hired her, praised her, cast her out in shame. His soul in torment, though none knew his blame. She wilted from a love that turned to stone, and Hamlet's hand made all her sorrows known. King Claudius, enthroned by poisoned art, confessed too late the burden of his heart. He loved the queen with blind, persistent flame.
Irish drinking vengeance in her name. Hamlet's own sire, a tyrant of the West, plundered the South and called it for the best. In guilt he took a youth from foreign shore and charged him dead to settle kingdom score. From hell he dragged his son to fate's cruel pyre. Or was the voice an actor's bold attire? This thought I told the woman I adore, and pledged to Shakespeare dreams forevermore. A village is what Hamlet is, I whisper, as I who in the margin still abide. I do not know if she believed my tale, but 30 years I'd give without avail to walk again that path, both fierce and kind, where one lonely soul interprets all mankind.